If you're somebody who doesn't like surprises, the stock market just isn't for you. Any investor will attest to the fluidity of the stock market and how things can change quickly in just 24 hours. If you are looking to invest in the stock market this year, you must know that the biggest factor experts consider in identifying the best stock to buy for 2021 is the same one that dominated in 2020. And what is that factor? The global health situation. The top stocks in 2020 were tied to companies that benefited from trends that resulted from lockdowns all over the world. However, the stocks poised to make it big in 2021 are those that are benefiting from a gradual return to normalcy and economies healing from the global health situation. In this video, we're going to discuss some of the best stocks to buy in 2021. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you like what we do. And anything else, hit that notification bell if you want to see more videos just like this. Square. Square is a point of sale and payment solutions company that's been an out-and-out growth stock for a few years now. Over the last 5 years, its revenue has grown at a compound annual growth rate of at least 40%. Its numbers were even more impressive in the last quarter of 2020, with a sales increase of about 140% year over year. A huge chunk of the company's current growth does come from the Cash App, which is a peer-to-peer mobile payment system. In 2020's third quarter, Cash App's gross profit jumped more than 200% year over year, accounting for $385 million. Believe it or not, that accounted for 48.5% of Square's total gross profit of $794 million. A few years ago, Cash App's gross profits of $123 million had accounted for as little over 20% of total gross profit. Square now has a valuation of more than $100 billion, and experts are saying that earnings per share will grow more than 30% annually over the next 5 years. Now is the best time to invest. Pinterest. The only possible reason for people not having heard of Pinterest yet is that if they've been living under a rock the past couple of years and have not been using social media. Pinterest is a social networking app that lets users share images grouped by keywords. It's all about finding and providing inspiration to users. The app makes the most of its money from advertising. In partnerships with Spotify, it allows advertisers to upload catalogs to the platform. In the near future, with just a few clicks, users who like what they see can buy them, something that will transform Pinterest's business. Experts think that this will increase the shares to 25% over the next 4 years. Although the company does still operate in the red, the anticipated developments do make it one of the best stocks so far to buy in 2021. Wall Street analysts state that it will start generating profits very soon. Five Below. Countless brick-and-mortar stores have closed their doors in the past year, no thanks to the effect of the global health situation. Fortunately, Five Below is on a thin list of companies that were able to keep their head above water in 2020. The store's primary stock has closed at less than $5, then bounced back strongly after closing during the early days of the global health situation. Sales climbed 28% in the last quarter of 2020, and Five Below has more than 1,000 locations in the US. The company's also registered a double-digit improvement from the early fall of 2019 when the company was still booming. The store appeals to the youths who are on the lookout for a deal. Net income increased twofold by 36 cents a share in the fiscal third year, and this is compared to the performance in 2019 when everything was humming along nicely. Although Five Below currently focuses on its physical stores, it's yet to scratch the surface of e-commerce. Microsoft. With a market value of $1.6 trillion, Microsoft is one of the most popular and valuable stocks in the world. It's one of the very few stocks awarded top rankings when it comes to financial strength, safety, and timelessness. The world's largest software maker has low earnings between 2011 and 2017, but ever since then, the company has nearly doubled its earnings, and one reason for this has been due to cloud computing, which just so happens to be the firm's biggest source of revenue. Experts forecast Microsoft's earnings to be able to increase by an average of 15%, at least in the next 5 years. That is nearly double the rate of their earnings in the last 5 years, and if you want to pad your portfolio with blue chip stocks, Microsoft is the way to go. Stryker. Stryker is a company that produces medical devices, and their products range from surgical equipment, joint replacements, and even navigation systems. The company has a market value of at least $88 billion. Experts at Canaccord Genuity say that the company is going to be a core position for investors looking for growth. Although a few hospitals all over the world have chosen to defer elective and non-urgent surgeries in the wake of the global health issue, hospitals have been adapting their protocols and the rate of elective procedures has accelerated considerably. A few countries with the strongest markets are China, Canada, Australia, Germany, and the United States. Analysis at Argus Research experts rate that the stock is a buy and seeing it hit $265 per share over the next couple of months. It's definitely a stock worth investing in. Amazon. Amazon is one of the biggest companies in the world, and it's proven its ability to post speculative growth, notwithstanding its size. For many decades, Amazon denied itself profitability, opting instead to expand its market share through very thin margins while putting every dollar back into long-term investments. The company's international business just turned profitable in 2020, and for a company that's more than $300 billion in trading sales, its growth rate of 37% during the last quarter of 2020 is just plain incredible. Amazon is still looking to shake up other parts of the economy. There's even rumors that the company is planning to forge its way at least into the healthcare industry by offering services to large employers. Healthcare services account for 17% of the American economy, so it's just natural that Amazon would have its eye on the prize. Bank of America. Now, banks have had a bad reputation since the meltdown in 2008. The general public held the sector responsible for everything that happened, and Americans believed that banks were really never truly held accountable for the problems they caused. Since then, investors have been hesitant because they don't think that banks are still as profitable as they used to be. But then the global health situation reared its ugly head. Fear of bankruptcies became prevalent, and investors ran to the doors again. However, banks today are the healthiest that they've been for a long time because the recession wasn't as damaging to them as it was to many industries, thanks to the support from the Federal Reserve. Bank of America is one of the banks that has withstood and even thrived during the global health situation. Its shares have been rallying since March, yet they remain at the same levels where they had been in 2017. According to experts, financials could be some of the best stocks to invest in during 2021, and the Bank of America wants to capitalize on that trend. Cisco Systems. Cisco began working with Michigan DOT in 2017 to be able to build an autonomous driving infrastructure. One of the leading companies in information technology and networking, Cisco is hoping to enter the smart car industry by offering data collection and analysis solutions. The company wants to be able to bring gigabit speed Ethernet connectivity to smart cars so drivers can get the fastest air updates. Cisco also wants to lay the foundation for better self-driving tech. It's currently working with UK startup Oxbotica in building a performance that runs software for autonomous cars which would upload data to the cloud. Experts believe that the positive strides Cisco have made in previous quarters will continue after the global health situation, so now is the best time to purchase stocks. Tesla. One of the best autonomous vehicle stocks to acquire in 2021 is Tesla. Elon Musk's autonomous vehicle company swept everyone off the ground when it had first launched the Roadster, and if the anticipated release of the Roadster is an indication of things to come, Tesla investors are in for a great ride. The company made driving green cars sexy with its car's excellent features. Say what you will about Tesla, but there is at least one thing that you can't accuse the company of being, and that's boring. It always comes up with innovative products that offer convenience, a touch of luxury, and safety. In the third quarter of 2020, Tesla reported a net income of $331 million on revenue of more than $8 billion. Tesla was also named as one of the best 5 auto stocks to buy and also belonged on the list of the top 10 stocks that Americans searched for in 2020. The company had also reported strong sales in the second quarter of last year, ahead of market expectations, despite the havoc that the global health situation had wreaked across the industry. Lastly, General Motors. If you own a Cadillac, Chevy, or even GMC, then you are a fan of General Motors. It's one of the biggest automotive companies not only in the US, but in the world. It specializes in the design, manufacture, and sales of cars, trucks, and automobile parts. The company has recently announced a collaboration with one of its competitors, Honda, to produce new models for North America. This announcement also foresees the two giants sharing platforms for international and electric combustion vehicles with several body styles. Earlier in 2020, General Motors unveiled the design for a driverless car in San Francisco that's meant for ride-sharing, called Origin. The driverless shuttle runs on electric, it can seat up to 6 people, and is being hailed as a car of tomorrow. Could Origin be the answer to another ride-sharing player, Uber? Everyone's keeping their eye on JM to be able to see if they have what it takes to beat Uber, among many other things. So there you have it. Those are the best 10 stocks to buy in 2021. Have you made your choice? This is the end of our video, and we'll see you again next week.